Imagine you're standing in North America 68 million years ago, during the Cretaceous period. At noon, the sun suddenly gets covered, and a terrifying shadow spreads all around. You look up, your heartbeat freezes instantly. Not a bird or bat, an F-16-sized monster is circling overhead right now alone. Its wingspan is a full 10 meters, or 33 feet, and when it lands its heavy body on the ground, it stands as tall as a full-grown giraffe. Its beak alone is taller than an adult human, and its eyes are as hungry as a ruthless predator's. In the world of science, it's called Quetzalcoatlus northropi. But hold on. If you're thinking this was just some flying dinosaur, you're believing one of the biggest lies ever told. In today's video, we're going to do a complete 360-degree deep dive into Quetzalcoatlus like you've never seen in any documentary or book before. How did it fly when physics and aerodynamics said it couldn't?
Science can't explain.
What dark secret did the CT scans of its brain reveal that completely blew paleontologists' minds? So what was the hidden organ on its wings that doesn't even exist in any modern airplane? And the most unbelievable mystery of all, does its DNA still exist among us today? Fasten your seatbelts, because the next 15 minutes are going to blow your mind. First off, let's debunk the biggest misconception that pop culture and Hollywood movies have planted in your head. Quetzalcoatlus wasn't a dinosaur at all. They were pterosaurs. While Tyrannosaurus rex and Triceratops were stomping around on the ground, pterosaurs became the first vertebrates in Earth's history to achieve powered flight, true mastery of the air. Birds and bats wouldn't even exist for millions of years to come. But in 1971, when Douglas Lawson discovered its fossils in Texas's Big Bend National Park, it sent shockwaves through the world of paleontology. Because the bones pulled from the rocks weren't from any normal land animal at all, they were completely hollow on the inside, just like a plastic pipe or bamboo. Scientists at the time claimed that if a creature this big tried to fly, the air pressure would shatter its bones like a house of cards. Scientists were faced with a puzzle that challenged all the laws of aerodynamics. So how did this 200-kilogram giant manage to defy the laws of physics and become the undisputed king of the skies? Right now, see this creature's wild mechanical breakdown. Basic physics rule: mass always grows with if an animal is as big as a giraffe, its muscles would need to weigh at least 1,000 kilograms just to fight gravity. And no 1,000-kilo creature can even take off. So how did the Quetzalcoatlus solve this problem? When scientists did a high-resolution CT scan of its bones, their minds were blown. The outer walls of its bones were as thin as an eggshell. But the inside of the bone wasn't just hollow. Nature had created a network of 3D printed internal struts and trabeculae inside it, exactly like the internal structure of a modern suspension bridge or an aircraft wing. Thanks to this genius engineering, this monster with a 33-foot wingspan and the height of a giraffe had a total weight of, at most, 200 to 250 kilograms. But the most shocking part was hidden in its wing structure. Look at your palm. We have 5 fingers. The Quetzalcoatlus's hand had completely transformed during its evolution. Its first 3 fingers were short and clawed, which it used to grip the ground. But its 4th finger, the ring finger, evolved into an 8-foot-long solid bone rod. Imagine if one of your fingers grew longer than your entire body, and a leathery membrane was hanging from that single finger. This creature used to glide across the sky at 80 miles per hour, all on the power of a single finger. And that's not all. On the leading edge of its wing was a bone not found in any other creature in the world. It's called the pteroid bone. This bone acted like the wing flap on a plane. While flying, the creature could bend its pteroid bone to change the angle of its wings. This allowed it to fly slowly without stalling. And now for the biggest and darkest twist in this whole story. For decades, the world's top researchers believed that the Quetzalcoatlus glided over oceans like an albatross, catching fish from the water's surface. But in 2021, a landmark study came out that completely shook the global scientific community. Geological data showed no ocean at all near the fossil site. It was rivers, floodplains, dense forests. Do you get what that means? This creature didn't fish in the ocean. It hunted humans and dinosaurs on land. In science, this is called terrestrial stalking. Just try to visualize this horror scene. You're running through a jungle 68 million years ago. Suddenly, a monster the size of a giraffe emerges from behind you. But it's not flying. It's running on all fours with a terrifying gait, like a giant spider or camel. Its neck stands 10 feet tall, straight up like a tower crane. There's no mercy in its eyes. Its 6-foot-long piercing beak strikes down like a spear on juvenile dinosaurs, lizards, and early mammals running on the ground. And the most terrifying part? It didn't have a single tooth in its mouth. It didn't chew its prey. It would snatch its prey in its long beak and swallow it whole alive. The prey would struggle down its thin, hollow neck, straight into its stomach. Now, for a mystery question that had baffled aerospace engineers and paleontologists for 50 years. If it stalked its prey on the ground, then how did this 250-kilo monster take off back into the air? Today, any bird or eagle takes off by jumping with its hind limbs, its back legs. But if the Quetzalcoatlus tried to jump with its hind legs, its delicate leg bones would have snapped instantly. So then, how did it launch into the air? In 2021, supercomputer biomechanical simulations revealed a truth that shocked everyone. This creature didn't fly like a bird, but more like a quadrupedal launch system of biomechanical slingshot. Its front arms and pectoral muscles were so massive that during takeoff, it didn't use its hind legs, but instead used its giant front wings and hands. It would plant its front limbs on the ground, shift its entire body weight back, and then use the power of its triceps to push off the ground, firing itself 10 feet into the air like a rocket. In just a fraction of a second, this 250-kilo ground beast would become a soaring master of the sky. Do you know what scientists found when they did a neural mapping and a brain CT scan of its skull? Its brain's flocculus, managing balance, eye tracking, and flight control, was many times bigger than any bird alive today. This means that even when it was flying at 100 kilometers per hour, its brain could see a 1-inch insect crawling on the ground in crystal clear focus. 150 million years of dominance, evolution's peak bioengineering, a body ruling sky and land alike supreme. No apex predator capable of challenging Quetzalcoatlus had ever been born on this entire planet. But 66 million years ago, a grim reaper came from outer space that reset the timeline forever. When the Chicxulub asteroid struck Earth, a global catastrophe spread worldwide at once for months. Ash and soot filled the atmosphere, blocking all sunlight. The gigantic body of the Quetzalcoatlus, which needed massive amounts of calories and thermal air currents daily, could not survive this nuclear winter. The lineage that ruled the skies for 150 million years was wiped out forever by hunger and cold after the asteroid's impact. And now for the most mind-blowing and shocking conclusion of this video. When scientists conducted a genetic analysis of modern-day birds, a truth came to light that will change the way you think. All the birds you see outside your house today, whether it's an eagle, a hummingbird, or a parrot, none of them are descendants of pterosaurs. Modern birds actually evolved from small theropod dinosaurs. Do you get what that means? Quetzalcoatlus and all pterosaurs went 100% extinct with that asteroid. Nature's most advanced and craziest experiment in flight was erased forever. If even a single genetic offspring of the Quetzalcoatlus had survived to this day, it would be impossible for humans to fly commercial flights, and we would be forced to constantly look up at the sky while walking on the ground. Quetzalcoatlus wasn't just a prehistoric animal. Ultimate proof of what nature and physics can create together. If you like this Quetzalcoatlus 360 degrees deep breakdown, let me know now. Then be sure to like this video. Tell us in the comments what our modern life would be like if this creature were alive today. For more untold prehistoric mysteries, subscribe. See you next mind-blowing episode.